Lesson 32, The Amazing Aerobics of Hannon, page 78-79. So, the Hannon exercises are a whole series. There's a whole book of Hannon exercises that you can get. And it is very helpful in developing your finger independence, your finger strength, your dynamic control and contrast of your fingers. Because what you're working on is playing all these notes, but you're really working on your fingers. So take a look at 78. That is an exercise that we're going to work on. And this is moving up and down the keyboard now. So far, a lot of the stuff we've had has been in C position, or G position, or middle C position. We're now getting a little bit away from that to where your hands are going to be moving up and down the keyboard. So look at page 78. The pink lettering at the top of the song says both hands 1 octave lower. Now remember, an octave is 8 notes. So from our starting position is C position for this song, but it says both hands 1 octave lower. Well, that means my right thumb is going to be on the next C down, or the next C to the left. My left pinky is going to go from this C to this one. And we're going to play this exercise, and if you look at the exercise, it's finger 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the whole exercise. But from C to E is a third. We skip the D. 5, 4, 1, 2. Measure 2 starts on D. Now your thumb in your right and your pinky in your left has moved up a note. And now we're going to skip this next note, the E, and go to F. Skip the F and go to G. And you'll notice each time I'm coming back down in one of these measures, my lowest note, left pinky, right thumb, doesn't skip that note again. So I started on C, E, F, G, A, G, F, E, D, F, G, A, B, A, G, F, E, G, A, B, C, B, A, G, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Now look at that last measure of line 2. It says, as written, B, D, E, F, G, F, E, D. The first note of the next line, line 3, is G. So you did G. This is how we turn around and start going back down. So what you've done so far, that's the first 2 lines. You see the middle measure on line 2 says continue up the keyboard in the same manner. That's what I just did. All the way up to where you end up in the position of that third measure on the second line where it says as written, B, D, E, F, G, F, E, D. Now look at line 3. The note skipped is going to be at the top now. So if you think about your hands reversing, so on the way up, your thumb and index finger skipped a note. In your left hand, your pinky and ring finger skipped a note. Now, on the way down, your thumb and index finger on your left hand skip the note, and your pinky and ring finger on your right hand skip the note. So it's doing the same exercise for the opposite end of your hand going down. So you have, now you play the note you skipped, the note you skipped, both hands one octave lower, starts on G, G, E, D, C, B, C, D, E, C, ending on a whole note with right hand finger 2, left hand finger 4. So that's the whole exercise, but you should practice this very slowly and very intentionally in the beginning. And turn on your metronome if you have one. If you don't have one, you can download them from the App Store, Google App Store, the Apple App Store, whatever phone service you've got. You can also buy them. I prefer this method because this is a 9-volt battery rather than using my cell phone. So I'm going to turn this on slowly. Let's do it at 72. Now, these are eighth notes on the page. So the metronome is pulsing quarter notes. So I'm going to have to evenly play 2 notes per pulse. You remember how to count that? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, and the and is the subdivision that divides the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s in half. So, playing this at this speed, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not that bad, but you notice I played the whole thing evenly at this speed. So that's what you're going for. When you mastered it at your slow speed, maybe I can't do it and you have to do it this slow. It's not a competition. It's wherever you need to start to be successful. The goal is playing it properly, controlled, and slow. Errors that you continuously do that way are going to be errors ingrained into your playing. Whatever you practice, you will get better at. If you practice it incorrectly, you will get better at playing it incorrectly. So then you speed it up. 2 octaves like it says on the page, but I was just giving an example. So that is that exercise, number 1. But practice that one and do that one until you can do it fluently, evenly, whatever words you want to use to describe that. So then you want to look at number 2, the next one, page 79. So let's take a look at that one. It says both hands 1 octave lower, just like the last one did. So you're starting down here. Starts out C, E, F, just like the last one. But now it goes down, up, down, right? C, E, F, E, G, F, A, G. Now the next one is D. So the first note in measure 1 is C. First note in measure 2 is D. First note in measure 3 is E. First note in measure 4 is F. Just like the last one, we're working our way up the piano, but this exercise does something different. It's the first 2 lines ending G, F. Now, just like we skipped a note in the thumb and index on the right and pinky and ring on the left, now we're going to do the same thing like the last exercise did, skipping the note between thumb and index on the left and pinky and ring on the right, coming down top of line 3. So that's how you practice that one. And it's the exact same thing. You start with your metronome slow. Once you can do that, that's the goal. So just like lesson 31, you want to practice this to mastery. You want to be able to just have it flow out of you where you aren't thinking about it. It's just practicing for perfection. Alright, if you've got any questions, let me know. If you want to see the pages, take a look at this. We got page 78 and page 79. These are the exercises.